I talk a lot about mental health and mental well-being, spiritual health, emotional health, spiritual and emotional well-being. I don't often talk about where that wisdom comes from. And I think when I attach my name next to the words psychic medium, even next to the words author, people will assume that's just what I do, and then they'll have an idea that that's what I do. I want to describe to you today what happened to me recently in a reading. There are a lot of people in this world who claim to be channeling spirits and working with all sorts of spirits. The proof is in the pudding, though. And I say this for folks that might be interested in this or might be working with other individuals or anything like that. There's a difference between a medium and an evidential medium. An evidential medium will sit with you and be able to tell you things that there is absolutely no way that they should know. And that information is being channeled through them by spirit. This is something that happens to me, and I don't really talk about it because I make probably unfair assumptions that by using the words psychic medium next to my name, people will just kind of get that. I want to give an example of what happened to me yesterday during a reading. There was this client I had, and this client, I see her once a year on her birthday. She treats herself to a reading with me every year, and yesterday was this reading. I do so many readings and I talk to so many people that I cannot remember everything that happens. I might remember bits and pieces of people's lives and things like that, but there is no way for me to remember everything that comes through me. Now, I sat with her, and her grandmother, in spirit, was immediately with me. This grandmother let me know, in the way that spirits let me know, that she was suffering from grief. And she had recently moved through a breakup. The imagery and the symbolism that Graham passed through to me was amazing. Graham described this woman's life as a dark night sky. And she was experiencing all sorts of problems and experiences in a way of almost like fireworks. And that's how Graham was describing it to me. In her life, fireworks exploding. Those fireworks were also very much like whack-a-mole, that game where the moles pop up and you've got that rubber hammer or that whatever it is, that implement where you smash them down. Graham was saying, your fireworks, everything that's in your life is kind of just like blowing up. Now, you, her granddaughter, had to make her own fireworks. She had to make her own fireworks. And she had the ability to do that, to bring color to this dark night sky. And as I sat with her, described the imagery and everything that was coming through, the woman I was sitting with was like, yeah, absolutely, that absolutely describes my life. Now, Graham, as Graham was talking through me to her, was saying, you have this, talking to her granddaughter, you have this incredible self-doubt. And this self-doubt is chronic, and it makes you doubt yourself, and you're insecure, and you have real hard time believing in yourself. And she confirmed that, and I think most of us can relate to that. Yet Graham was coming through me and saying, listen, I don't know why this self-doubt exists, because you set your mind to whatever it is that you want to do and you become really good at it. And she admitted it. She was like, yeah, absolutely. Whatever I really want to do, I do it and I get good at it. Okay. Now, when I sit in session, I honor the spirits that are around a person, and I honor what they have to say, and I give the spirits a chance to say it. And then I sit with my client and I ask my client if, they have any questions for their spirits, that sort of thing. And Graham was very clear about how exceptional her granddaughter was at mixing. And that's the best way to put it. She said to me, granddaughter, you have this ability to take words and put them together into sentences that are very poetic. You have this ability to take different colors and put them together and create different art. You have this ability to take, and this was Graham's specialty, so she was leaning into this, different foods together and kind of throw convention to the wind and make up a creation and, work with your own intuition. Creating art in words and color and food. Then Graham said, hey, listen, you are also somebody who is very good at giving life advice. And Graham was kind of explaining it to her like she was Dear Abby. I'm sorry, I've got flies, horse flies, chasing after me because I'm wearing shorts out here in the cemetery. She was explaining to her granddaughter that she was very good at life advice, like she was a Dear Abby, or she could have an advice columnist, or be an advice columnist and give advice and that sort of thing. And it was fascinating because Graham was also pushing through me this sense that she was looking to do something new with her life. She was looking to do something exciting and something that she was passionate about. So I say to her, I go, what is this that Graham is talking about? And this woman looks at me and she's like, I'm thinking about being a bartender. And in that moment, I was just blown away because the spirits had given me the exact description of, generally speaking, what a bartender is. The mixing, the combining, the taking different flavors, doing, something artistic, leaning into your own creative talents, and then life advice. And we conventionally can, think of bartenders as people who do that, create mixes and offer life advice in those ideal circumstances. That's what it's like working with spirit for me. And I know that what happens through me is a wonderful experience based on love and compassion, grace, no judgment. Our spirits, just like they were here in life, when they loved us, they wanted the best for us. That doesn't change when they move to the world of spirit. So when we work on our best life and we reduce our own suffering, we reduce the suffering of the spirits that watch out for us, that look over us, and still want the best for us, no matter what. So if you're interested in what that's like, that's what that's like. Folks, got a lot of folks who have sat with me, they kind of know what happens, but that experience that I just described are more for the folks that don't really know what's going on when they sit with me. I do have a handful of people from time to time thinking that I'm going to tell them when they're going to die or when their bad things are going to happen and all of that, and there's a level of fear. I just would love people to know that what I do is not scary. It's different, it's strange, peculiar, absolutely, because we don't live in a world where we're kind of used to that, but it's not scary because we're just passing through information that is in your best interest. So take that, do with it what you want, but know that your spirits, whether you sit with the medium or not, are always around you and always hoping the best for you. Take care of yourself, and you're taking care of the person that they love.